Hello children, how are you? I hope you all are doing well and studying well. So children, so far we have learned about different ways and methods by which we can read the map or read the globe or find places, okay? At the same time, we've also studied about the continents and oceans and all. So now it's time to go in further detail and move towards the countryside, okay? So we're going to talk about ruling the countryside in this chapter. So देखते हैं कि क्या है countryside और क्या आता है इसमें, okay, through this chapter. But before we begin, आपको करना है self survey और find out करना है कि आपको कितना पता है, okay? So you have to read the clues and fill in the boxes. तो आपको clues पढ़ने हैं और boxes में इसका जवाब लिखना है. Alright? So let's begin the chapter. Introduction. When we look around us, we see that the earth is not the same everywhere. We find large variety of landforms on the earth's surface. Now these landforms are the results of internal and external forces which influence the earth. Due to internal forces like earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, etc., the surface of the earth becomes uneven. But external forces help in wearing down and rebuilding of the land surface. So जब हम earth को देखते हैं तो earth एक जैसी नहीं है, अलग अलग जगहों पे अलग अलग किस्म की there are landforms, okay? So कहीं पे हम देखेंगे तो mountains है, कहीं plains है, कहीं rivers है, okay? कहीं deserts है, कहीं plateaus है. So ये सारे अलग अलग landforms है. और ये landforms क्यों है? They are the result of the internal and external forces जो अर्थ को इन्फ्लुएंस करते हैं, ओके? नाउ ड्यू टू द इंटरनल फोर्सेस लाइक अर्थक्वेक्स, वोल्केनिक इरप्शंस एंड ऑल, द सरफेस ऑफ द अर्थ ये अनइवन हो जाता है, ओके? और एंड बिकॉज बट एक्सटर्नल फोर्सेस जो होते हैं ये दे हेल्प इन वेयरिंग डाउन एंड रीबिल्डिंग द लैंड सरफेस. सो जो इंटरनल फोर्सेस डिस्ट्रॉय कर देते हैं, एक्सटर्नल फोर्सेस उनको रीबिल्ड कर देते हैं. Okay, so the wearing away of the earth's surface is known as erosion. The surface is being depleted by the process of erosion and rebuilt by the process of deposition. Okay, so erosion से surface जो है वो vary off हो जाता है, okay, बह जाता है, but deposition से वो rebuild हो जाता है. Okay, now these two processes are carried out by the external force, like running water in the form of river, ice in the form of glaciers, wind and heat. Okay, now let's look at the different types of landforms. We find variety of landforms over the earth's surface. Broadly, we can group these landforms depending on elevation and slope as mountains, plateaus and plains. So, अर्थ की सरफेस पे बहुत अलग अलग टाइप के लैंडफॉर्म्स है, जैसे कि मैंने आपको स्टार्ट में ही बताया. सो ब्रॉडली हम ये लैंडफॉर्म्स जो है वी कैन ग्रुप देम डिपेंडिंग ऑन द एलिवेशन एंड स्लोप. सो एलिवेशन एंड स्लोप के हिसाब से हम उनको माउंटेन्स, प्लेटूज और प्लेन्स में ग्रुप कर सकते हैं. ओके, सो व्हाट आर माउंटेन्स? अ माउंटेन इज एनी नेचुरल एलिवेशन. एलिवेशन मतलब ज़मीन से ऊपर उठना. ओके, so a mountain is any natural elevation of the earth's surface which rises more than 600 meters above the sea level. जो 600 meters above the sea level से शुरू हो जाते हैं elevation, okay? So वो बन जाते हैं mountains. So that elevated area is known as the mountain, okay? So now mountains may have a small summit and a broad base. So mountain का base जो होता है वो बड़ा होता है और ऊपर जो पीक होता है उसका समिट जो होता है वो होता है छोटा. ओके, नाउ दीज आर द हाईएस्ट लैंडफॉर्म्स एंड ऑक्यूपाई अबाउट 1/4 ऑफ द टोटल लैंड एरिया ऑफ द अर्थ. माउंटेन्स हैव डिफरेंट फॉर्म्स लाइक माउंटेन रेंज, माउंटेन चेन, माउंटेन सिस्टम, कॉर्डिलेरा एक्सेट्रा. On the basis of origin, mountains may be classified as follows. So mountains जो है ओके, इनको भी हम अलग अलग फॉर्म्स में दे ऑल्सो कम इन डिफरेंट फॉर्म्स. ओके, जैसे माउंटेन रेंज हो गया, माउंटेन चेन होगी, माउंटेन सिस्टम है, कॉर्डिलेरा हो गया. ओके, और ये माउंटेन जो है इसको हम क्लासीफाई कर सकते हैं ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ देयर ओरिजिन. ओके. Fold mountains. The mountains which have been thrown into massive folds or ridges by the earth's movement are known as fold mountains. So ये fold mountains जो है they are thrown into massive folds. Okay. और ridges, the mountains जो massive folds में या ridges में earth की movement की वजह से डाले जाते हैं. Okay. Those are known as the fold mountains. Now these movements, ये जो movements होते हैं, they are primarily horizontal. Okay, horizontal होते हैं and they cause wrinkles of folds. मतलब एक के ऊपर एक आने की वजह से wrinkles या folds हो जाते हैं. Okay, now fold mountains usually consist of parallel ranges. Parallel ranges होते हैं उसके, एक range आया, दूसरा range आया. So they are all parallel ranges. Okay, or ridges. Faults are common cause of mountain upliftment. Okay, fold mountains, they are characterized by rugged relief and pointed peaks. So इनके relief जो होते हैं rugged होते हैं. Okay, और peaks जो होते हैं pointed होते हैं. The Himalayas, the Alps, the Rockies and the Andes, they are the example of young fold mountains. Whereas the Aravallis, the Appalachians and the Great Dividing Range of Australia, they are old fold mountains. Okay. And you can see the diagram here and you can come to know that how they look. So, ocean crust, okay, dives under the continental crust. Okay. Continental rock layers buckle. Okay. And rising magma, it creates the explosive volcanoes. Ocean plate, they melt. Okay. Sediments, they are from the ocean floors. Also, they also form mountains. Okay, sediments from the ocean floor, they also form mountains. So these are the different ways in which the mountains are formed. Do you know the Andes is the longest mountain range on land? It was formed along the western margin of South America, where two tectonic plates, rocky plates that make up the earth's crust, collided. The mountains are still rising by about 10 centimeter. That is 4 inches every century. So Andes जो है ये सबसे longest mountain range है and ये form हुए हैं along the western margin of South America, जहाँ पे two tectonic plates, okay, rocky plates that make the earth's crust, they collided. तो जो earth tectonic plates collide हुई, okay, उसकी वजह से ये form हो गए थे. Mountains are still, they are still rising by about 10 centimeter हर दिन अभी भी every century. Okay, they are rising every day and then every century by around 10 centimeter. Okay, block mountains. These mountains, they are formed when a mass of land was pushed up between parallel cracks or faults in the earth's crust or by the sinking of land around them. So ये block mountains जो है, okay, these are formed when a mass of land was pushed up between parallel cracks or faults in the earth's crust or by the sinking of land around them. So ये mountains इसके लिए form हो गए जैसे कि अगर कोई land push हो जाता है, okay, so when a mass of land is pushed, अगर उसमें पैरेलली क्रैक्स आ जाते हैं या फॉल्ट्स आ जाते हैं इन द अर्थ्स क्रस्ट, सो ये माउंटेन, ये जो एरिया ये पुश हो जाता है आगे की तरफ एंड व्हेन द लैंड सिंक्स वो वहाँ पे दे ऑक्यूपाई द स्पेस एंड देन दे स्टार्ट फॉर्मिंग. दीज आर यूजुअली स्टीप साइडेड एंड फ्लैट टॉप्ड. ओके, सो द अपलिफ्टेड blocks are termed as horsts and the lowered blocks, they are termed as graben. Black Forest in Germany, the Vosges in France and Sierra Nevada in California are some typical examples of block mountains. Okay, now climate. Mountains have cold climate at high altitudes and warm climate at low altitudes. So अगर mountain peak is very high above the sea level तो वहाँ पे ठंड होती है, and if it is at a lower altitude तो वहाँ पे it is warm. People here experience strong winds. So the climate can vary greatly due to the latitudes, altitudes, elevation and exposure to sun. Sometimes it can be it can be proved to be extreme weather such as deep snows and wind chills. So mountains के climate differ करता है depending on the elevation of it, altitude पे depend करता है, okay, and वो sun के को कितना expose हो रहा है उस पे, okay. कभी कभी mountains के जो areas होते हैं they can face extreme weather like deep snows हो गए, wind chills हो गए, okay. Then biodiversity. Due to harsh weather conditions, mountain slopes are covered with conifers such as pines, firs, spruce and deodar. These conifer trees, they are in cone shape and they have pointed leaves. At high altitude, these trees give way to grasses, mosses and lichen. So, माउंटेन्स का जो क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशन होता है, वेदर कंडीशन होता है, काफ़ी हार्श होता है, ओके और इसकी वजह से माउंटेन स्लोप्स आर कवर्ड विथ पाइन फॉरेस्ट, ओके कॉनिफर्स से कवर होता है. तो कॉनिफर्स मतलब कॉनिकल शेप ट्रीज जो होते हैं, पाइन ट्रीज एंड ऑल, आपने देखा होगा पाइन, फर, स्प्रूस एंड ऑल, ये जो ट्रीज होते हैं ये ऐसे बनाए जाते हैं कि यहाँ पे अगर स्नो भी आ जाए तो वो स्लाइड होके नीचे गिर जाएगा ऑन द सर्फेस ऑफ लैंड, ओके. सो दीज कॉनिफर ट्रीज जो होते हैं दे आर कोन शेप्ड, ओके, एंड दे हैव पॉइंटेड लीव्स. सो हाई एल्टीट्यूड पे इन पेड़ों पे you have grasses, mosses and lichens coming. The deep forest and grasslands of the mountain is a home to several species of fauna. For example, the golden eagle, black bear, fox, yak, leopard, polar bears, etc. So, यहाँ पे अलग-अलग you have different types of animals, okay, in these mountainous areas, okay, जैसे golden eagle हो गई, black bear, yak, fox, leopard, okay. Now, what are the economic activities that happen in the mountainous regions? The mountain climate is harsh and the terrain is rough, due to which people here cannot practice regular farming. So, यहाँ पे regular farming नहीं हो सकती because the condition is not that favorable for it. So, cultivation in the mountain is practiced on slopes by cutting steps into the slope. So, slopes में ये steps cut करते, okay, and and then they do the cultivation on this area, okay, of the plantation that is possible, okay. And these steps, okay, which are cut into the slopes, okay, इस type के farming को कहा जाता है as terrace farming, okay, or step farming. Apart from farming, herding is the main occupation of the people. So farming के अलावा लोग they are more into herding. So they take care of sheep, okay, goats. And you'll see that because of the sheep, okay, we get wool from it, which is used, okay, to make winter clothing, okay, the woolen clothing. So another important source of income for the people living in the mountain region is tourism. इसके अलावा लोग पहाड़ों में घूमने जाते, okay. So tourism is a major source of income also. The beautiful slopes and the natural wind of the mountains attract many tourists. Some tourists prefer to go for mountain sports such as skiing हो गया, hiking है, paragliding है. But during the vacation month, mountains are flooded with pressure to the fragile mountain environment under pressure. So कभी कभी बहुत ज़्यादा टूरिस्ट हो जाते हैं जिसकी वजह से it affects the entire area of the mountain region, okay. And also when there is excessive rainfalls and all, it affects, and there are a lot of landslides and all that happen in the mountainous regions, okay. Now what are volcanic mountains? The volcanic mountains are the result of the accumulation of volcanic material ejected from the interior of the earth. So interior of the earth में होता है core, okay, core में होता है lava, okay. So when a volcano erupts, hot magma, okay, it comes out with great force, Okay, so this magma, it accumulates around the vent of the volcano and forms a tall cone-shaped mountain known as volcanic mountain. So, volcanic mountains क्या होता है? Volcanic material जब इकट्ठा हो जाता है और and it is ejected from the interior of the earth. Okay, so volcano जब erupt हो जाता है तो hot magma आता है उसके बाहर, alright, और वो भी काफी force से. So this magma, it accumulates around the vent of the volcano and it forms a tall cone-shaped mountain which is known as the volcanic mountain. Kilimanjaro in Africa, Fujiyama in Japan, Cotopaxi in South America are examples of volcanic mountains. Now, what are the importance of mountains? The mountains are useful in following ways. Mountains are a storehouse of water as many rivers have their source in the glaciers in the mountains. So, mountains क्या है? It is a storehouse of water. As many rivers have their source in the glaciers. So, mountains पे जब snow form हो जाता है तो glaciers के form से the water is released, okay, and then the rivers are formed. So, it is like a storehouse of water, okay. Water from the mountain is also used for irrigation and generation of hydroelectricity. So, farming purposes के लिए hydroelectricity generate करने के लिए the water from the mountain is used. River valleys and terraces are ideal for the cultivation of crops. So, river valleys, terraces को use करते हैं crops के cultivation के लिए. Mountains have a rich variety of flora and fauna. The forest provide fuel, fodder, shelter and other products like gum, resins, etc. They provide ideal sites for tourists. Several sports like paragliding, hang gliding, river rafting and skiing, they are popular in the mountain areas. Okay. Now, do you know the world's major mountain range such as Andes, the Himalayas and the Alps, they are situated along the boundaries where tectonic plates collided. These ranges were formed in the last few million years and so they are quite young. The map also shows thin line of volcanoes that erupt from the ocean floor, forming chains of mountainous islands. So, दुनिया का सबसे मेजर माउंटेन रेंज जो है वो है एंडीज, ओके, फिर हिमालयाज है, एल्प्स है और ये जो है दे आर सिचुएटेड अलोंग द बाउंड्रीज, ओके, उन बाउंड्रीज पे सिचुएटेड है जहाँ पे टेक्टोनिक प्लेट्स एक दूसरे से कोलाइड हो जाती है. नाउ दीज रेंजेस वर फॉर्म्ड इन द लास्ट few 100 million years. So they are very young, they are quite young. Okay, the map also shows thin line of volcanoes that erupt from the ocean floor and they form the chain of mountainous islands. Alright, so this was all about the different types of mountains and how they are useful. Alright, so now let's move on to plateaus. The plateaus are highlands with a broad and more or less flat surface. They nearly always rise abruptly above the surrounding country on at least one side. That is why plateaus are also called tablelands. So, plateaus are on a higher land. So, they are like hills, but they are top, okay, is flat. Okay, so they have a flat surface. So, that is the reason why they are also known as tablelands. Okay, so they are generally higher than the plains. So plains होते हैं जो नीचे होते, plains से एक ऊंचाई पे होते plateaus. Okay, और plateaus का जो top वाला portion होता है वो होता है flat, जैसे table होता है वैसे. Okay, some plateaus are very large and extend over thousands of kilometers like the Deccan Plateau in India. Almost every continent, namely Africa, Asia, Australia and South America has plateau. So, कई सारे ऐसे plateaus होते हैं जो काफ़ी large होते, बड़े होते हैं and thousands of kilometers तक होते, जैसे कि डेक्कन प्लेट्यू हो गया इंडिया में, देन अफ्रीका में भी प्लेट्यूज है ऐसे वाले, एशिया में है, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में है, साउथ अमेरिका में भी है. Okay, so the Deccan Plateau is well drained with numerous major rivers such as the Godavari, Krishna, Tungabhadra and Kaveri crisscrossing its expanse. So Deccan Plateau जो है वो हम कहते हैं कि काफ़ी सारी नदियों से फुल फ्लेज्ड है, ओके, भरा हुआ है. सो यहाँ पे गोदावरी, कृष्णा, तुंगभद्रा, कावेरी जैसी जो रिवर्स है वो एक दूसरे को क्रिस क्रॉस करती है. Now these rivers, they have carved fertile valleys and deltas playing a crucial role in supporting agriculture and irrigation in the region. So जहाँ पे पानी आता है, ओके, जहाँ पे नदियों का पानी आता है और जहाँ पे पानी की कोई कमी नहीं है, वहाँ पे obviously it is very friendly for agriculture because soil is very fertile. So वैसे ही जो डेक्कन प्लेटू वाला एरिया है वहाँ पे काफ़ी सारे agricultural activities होती है. So the plateau is also renowned for its volcanic features, okay, including basaltic lava plateaus, volcanic cones and extensive lava flows. Among its notable landmarks are the Ajanta and Ellora caves, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site carved out of solid basalt rock. So ये अजंता एलोरा caves जो है वो है based औरंगाबाद में जो महाराष्ट्र में है. Okay, so in other words we can say that Maharashtra is one of the regions which falls into the Deccan Plateau. Okay, so यहाँ पे apart from it being fertile, एग्रीकल्चरल एक्टिविटीज़ के साथ साथ यहाँ पे बेसोल्टिक लावा प्लेटूज भी है. ओके, सो वोल्केनिक कोन्स है, देन देयर आर एक्सटेंसिव लावा फ्लोज जिसकी वजह से यू हैव सॉलिड बेसॉल्ट रॉक जिससे बने हुए हैं ये अजंता एंड एलोरा केव्स. ओके, नाउ व्हाट इज द क्लाइमेट इन द प्लेटू रीजन? Deccan Plateau varies from tropical in the low-lying areas to subtropical and temperate in the higher elevations. So summers can be exceedingly hot. मतलब summers में बहुत गर्मी हो सकती है and the plateau experiences a distinct monsoon season during the southwest monsoon. So बरसात भी उसके हिसाब से ज़्यादा होती है. The region's diverse topography and climate zones support a wide range of biodiversity, making it home to various species of flora and fauna. So यहाँ पे क्योंकि उसके टोपोग्राफिकल फीचर्स इतने अच्छे हैं, दे आर सो फ्रेंडली, दैट इज़ द रीज़न वाई बायोडाइवर्सिटी भी है. सो इफ यू विल सी अ वाइड वैरायटी ऑफ प्लांट्स, trees. At the same time, you will also find different species of animals and birds in this region. Okay, the forest in the western and eastern Ghats, Australia and South America has places particularly rich in biodiversity with numerous endemic species. Now, let's move on to the economic activities in the plateau region. Agriculture is a significant activity on the plateau, with crops like millets, pulses, cotton and oil seeds being cultivated. So, वहाँ का soil ही is very fertile और यहाँ पे crops grow होते हैं जैसे कि millets हो गए, pulses, cotton, oil seeds. Okay, the abundant rivers facilitate extensive agriculture through irrigation. The Deccan Plateau is also home to several major cities including Hyderabad, Bengaluru, Pune and Chennai, which serve as hubs of commerce, technology and culture in India. Overall, the Deccan Plateau's physical features have played a crucial role in shaping its landscape, economy and cultural diversity, making it a region of great significance in southern India. So, Deccan Plateau जो है, Deccan means southern side, okay. So, Deccan Plateau जो है, it is not only full of agricultural land and area and all, उसके साथ साथ there are also commercial cities in this area जैसे कि हैदराबाद हो गया, बेंगलुरु हो गया, पुणे हो गया, okay, चेन्नई हो गया. As I said, even Aurangabad is one of the cities which falls in the Deccan Plateau. Okay, so overall the physical features they are very crucial, मतलब बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट होते हैं किसी भी सिटी के डेवलपमेंट के लिए. ओके उसके लैंडस्केप के लिए, इकोनॉमी के लिए एंड कल्चरल डाइवर्सिटी के हिसाब से भी। तो क्योंकि जहाँ पे कंडीशंस, वेदर कंडीशंस बोलो या ओवरऑल कंडीशंस आर फ्रेंडली, लोग वहाँ पे बसने की कोशिश करते हैं, एंड दैट इज़ द रीज़न वाई दीज सिटीज़ they are also doing amazingly well. Okay, now what is the importance of plateau? They are rich in minerals deposit. So many of the mining areas in the world are located in the plateau areas. Several waterfalls are found in the plateau areas. For example, the Hundru Falls in the Chotanagar Plateau. They support grazing and forestry. So mineral deposits hai, okay, mining areas hai in the world which are under the plateau areas. Waterfalls, example hai Hundru Falls which are in the Chota Nagpur Plateau. At the same time, plateau areas grazing and forestry ke liye are also very suitable. Okay, now let's move on to plains. So अब हम आ रहे plains की तरफ. We've already spoken about mountains. Mountains के बाद आते हैं plateaus. अब हम move on करेंगे towards plains. A plain मतलब a level surface, a surface which is at a level. Okay, ना ऊंचाई पे है और ना ही वो coastal area पे या पानी के पास. It is like a plain area. Alright, a plain is a level surface at a low elevation from the sea. Okay, the plains are the widespread landforms of the earth. The interiors of most of the continents are occupied by the plains. Most of the plains are formed by rivers. So plain क्या होता है? एक surface area हुआ, leveled area हो गया. Okay, and the plains are widespread landforms. Okay, the interiors of most of the continents are occupied by plains. So interiors में most of the continents के interiors में होते plains, and plains कैसे form होते? They are formed by rivers. Some plains are extremely level, others may be slightly rolling and undulating. Okay, the plains are formed both by internal as well as the external forces. Most of the plains are formed by the sediments deposited by the rivers. The rivers carry stones, sand and silt. When the speed of the river is reduced, it deposits these materials in the valleys. The plains are more thickly populated than the mountains and the plateaus. Indo-Gangetic plains of India lie in the northeastern part of the Indian subcontinent. So ये plains कैसे form होते हैं? तो ये plains form होते हैं because of the rivers. अब जो mountains से rivers flow हो जाती है, उनसे हमें मिलते हैं stones, sand and silt. तो ये जब river flowing के साथ mountain से जब waterfalls होते हैं या rivers flow होती है, उनके साथ साथ आ जाते हैं stones, sand and silt, जो नीचे आके set हो जाते हैं वैलीज में. तो ये जब सेट हो जाते हैं, ओके, व्हेन द स्पीड ऑफ द रिवर जब रिड्यूस हो जाता है, ये डिपॉजिट्स हो जाते हैं वैली के अंदर, एंड देन द प्लेन्स आर मोर थिकली, मतलब वहाँ पे द कंडीशंस आर मोर फ्रेंडली फॉर पीपल टू लिव. ओके, बिकॉज दे आर प्लेन एरियाज and very friendly areas for people to live. Okay, so that is the reason why आप देखोगे कि mountains and plateaus के comparison में आप plains में there are many people who live, बहुत से लोग plains में settle हो जाते हैं. Okay, so Indo-Gangetic plain of India, it lies in the northeastern part of the Indian subcontinent. Now what type of climate is there in the plains? The climate of the Indo-Gangetic plains varies from subtropical to tropical with distinct wet and dry seasons. The monsoon, which usually arrives in June and lasts until September, brings heavy rainfall and is crucial for agriculture. Summers can be hot and humid, while winters are relatively cooler. So Indo-Gangetic plains में climate जो होता है सब tropical से tropical तक वेरी करता है. तो जहाँ पे बारिश भी है और ड्राई क्लाइमेट भी हो जाता है. मॉनसून्स जनरली जून से लेके सितंबर तक होते हैं, एंड मॉनसून्स में बहुत बारिश होती है जो एग्रीकल्चर के लिए बेनिफिशियल होती है. ओके, समर्स हॉट एंड ह्यूमिड बन जाते हैं. okay, and winters they are relatively cooler. Now, biodiversity. Despite being a highly cultivated region, the Indo-Gangetic Plain supports a variety of wildlife, including several bird species, reptiles, and small mammals. Wetlands and marshes along the rivers provide crucial habitats for migratory birds. So, although Indo-Gangetic Plains जो है highly cultivated है, फिर भी ये वाइल्ड लाइफ को भी सपोर्ट करते हैं और काफ़ी सारे बर्ड स्पीशीज़ यहाँ पे हैं, रेप्टाइल्स है, स्मॉल मैमल्स है, वेटलैंड्स, मार्शेस जो है रिवर्स के आसपास, उसकी वजह से काफ़ी सारे माइग्रेटरी बर्ड्स भी यहाँ पे आते हैं इन दिस एरिया. नाउ चिल्ड्रन, डू यू नो Kolkata, which is one of the major cities in the Indo-Gangetic Plains, is known for its rich cultural heritage and is often referred to as cultural capital of India. It's not only a hub for classical arts and literature, but also the birthplace of the Bengali Renaissance, a cultural and intellectual movement that had a profound impact on Indian literature and art and in the 19th and 20th centuries, in the 19th and the early 20th centuries. So, Kolkata जो है ये Indo-Gangetic Plains में situated एक city है, and it was earlier the capital of India, but then it changed and now Delhi is the capital of India. So, Kolkata जो है आप देखोगे it is very rich in heritage. And it is also, there are a lot of cultural, it is more of a cultural capital, So, यहाँ पे it's a very traditional city, full of culture, full of art, full of heritage, So, it's not only a hub of classical arts and literature, but it is also a birthplace of Bengali Renaissance. So, Kolkata, matlab, it is the capital of West Bengal. So Bengali Renaissance is full of culture, intellectual movements, and because of that, जैसे रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर जो थे वो कोलकाता में born हुए थे, and if you see then that it is very, he was a person who also won Nobel Prize, for literature. So उसकी वजह से the environment in Kolkata and the Bengalis who are there, they are more into the cultural activities and literature and all. So all these things make a lot of difference in showing that your country is vast. It's a unique place and it is full of different things. तो हर चीज़ इस country में है जहाँ पे आपको art forms भी है, dance forms भी है, and हम अपने culture को, अपने art को, अपने heritage को काफ़ी value देते. Now let's talk about the economic activities that can take place in the plains. Agriculture is the backbone of the economy in the Indo-Gangetic Plains. The fertile alluvial soil, fed by the Ganges and the Brahmaputra rivers, supports the cultivation of a wide variety of crops, including rice, wheat, jute, sugarcane, pulses. So, agriculture is the main thing, it's the backbone of the Indo-Gangetic Plains. So, यहाँ का जो soil होता है वो है alluvial soil, and the rivers that flow through this plain are the Ganga and the Brahmaputra river, and they support a lot of cultivation of crops which include rice, wheat, jute, sugarcane, pulses. इसके अलावा fishing, especially in the delta regions, is another important economic activity. So fishing is also एक economic activity है जो delta area में होती है. So besides agriculture, the region has seen growth in industries such as textiles, manufacturing and information technology, particularly in cities like Kolkata and Noida. So agriculture and fishing के अलावा there are a lot of इंडस्ट्रीज ऑल्सो इन दीज एरियाज, ओके, जैसे टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्री हो गई, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग इंडस्ट्री हो गई, इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी हो गई, ओके, एंड विच आर mainly in the cities of Kolkata and Noida. So the important plains, they are the Gangetic Plains in India, the prairies in USA, the Huanghe Plain in China, etc. Now what is the importance of plains? These are most useful areas for human habitation. So यहाँ पे इस plains का जो climate होता है या plains के जो facilities होते हैं, they are very suitable for people to settle down. तो इसके लिए यहाँ पे human habitation ज़्यादा है. Okay, these are thickly populated as more flat land is available for building houses and for cultivation. So mainly because agriculture हो सकता है, farming हो सकती है, okay, उसकी वजह से, और घर बांधने के लिए यहाँ का जो land है, it's a flat surface, so उस वजह से यहाँ पे there is more population in the plains. Mostly these are made up of fertile soils, so the land is highly productive for cultivation. सो सॉइल जो है वो फर्टाइल होता है, उसके लिए कल्टिवेशन के लिए, फार्मिंग के लिए इट इज़ वेरी मच एप्लीकेबल एंड सूटेबल. ओके, नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट landforms and the people. Humans have been living on different kinds of landforms in different ways. Life is difficult in mountainous areas. The plains provide much better conditions. So, हमेशा कोई भी लैंडफॉर्म हो, आप देखोगे कि ह्यूमंस आर लिविंग on different kinds of landform, be it mountains, be it plateaus, be it plains, be it deserts, कोई भी ये हो landform हो, human beings settle there. Okay? हालांकि माउंटेनियस एरियाज में लाइफ इज़ वेरी डिफ़िकल्ट, बहुत मुश्किलें होती है, बिकॉज मे बी द क्लाइमेट इज़ नॉट सूटेबल, इट इज़ नॉट फ्रेंडली फॉर माउंटेन एरियाज पे ज़्यादा फार्मिंग नहीं हो सकती है. सो पीपल हैव टू डिपेंड ऑन द प्रोड्यूसर्स जो प्लेन्स से आ रहे हो. बट येस, इट इज़ पीपल आर लिविंग देयर. नाउ प्लेन्स का जो है, दे हैव बेटर कंडीशंस. ओके, it is easy to grow crops there, build a house or a road and a plain, okay, than in a mountain. So plains जो है agriculture के लिए, crops grow करने के लिए, घर बांधने के लिए, रास्ते बनाने के लिए काफ़ी easy हो जाता है वहाँ पे. Okay, so and it is much more easier to live in plains than on the mountains. So can you point out some differences in the way people live on different kinds of landform? सो आपको बताना है कि ऐसे व्हाट इज़ द डिफरेंस बिटवीन जो लोग माउंटेन्स पे रह रहे हैं या डिफरेंट लैंडफॉर्म्स पे रह रहे हैं, उनके बीच में आप डिफ्रेंशिएट करके देखो कि कैसी ज़िंदगी वो लोग बिता रहे. ओके, नाउ अपार्ट फ्रॉम दीज 3 मेन लैंडफॉर्म्स, डेजर्ट इज़ ऑल्सो अ टाइप ऑफ लैंडफॉर्म. सो जैसे कि हमने ऑलरेडी माउंटेन्स, प्लेटूज और प्लेन्स के बारे में बात की है, वैसे और एक लैंडफॉर्म है जो कि है डेजर्ट. So a desert is a barren area of land where little precipitation occurs. So desert barren land होता है, जहाँ पे कुछ cultivation नहीं हो सकती, agriculture नहीं हो सकता है, तो इसकी वजह से ये dry areas होते हैं. alright, तो यहाँ पे पानी कम होता है, पानी की बहुत कमी होती है. So इसके लिए it has very little precipitation. The living conditions are hostile for plants and animals. ओके, सो यहाँ पे प्लांट्स एंड एनिमल्स को भी बहुत डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है, बिकॉज कंडीशंस आर नॉट सूटेबल फॉर देम. सम डेजर्ट्स आर हॉट, सच एज द सहारा डेजर्ट इन अफ्रीका एंड थार डेजर्ट इन इंडिया. अदर्स आर कोल्ड डेजर्ट एज लद्दाख इन इंडिया. Despite of the harsh living conditions, humans have adapted to these deserts and their environment. So although okay, for animals it becomes very difficult, plants it becomes very difficult because there are certain desert, जैसे सहारा डेजर्ट हो गया अफ्रीका, थार डेजर्ट इन इंडिया, वो बहुत गर्म होता है वहाँ पे, इट्स अ वेरी हॉट डेजर्ट. सिमिलरली लद्दाख जो है वो कोल्ड डेजर्ट है, बट उसके बावजूद ह्यूमन बींग्स हैव सेटल्ड इन दिस एरियाज एंड दे हैव अडेप्टेड देमसेल्व्स टू दोज लिविंग कंडीशंस एंड दोज एरियाज. You may notice from your own surrounding in how many ways we use the land and water. Quite often we use the land in a wrong way. For example, buildings are constructed over fertile land. We throw garbage on land and into water and make it dirty. We should avoid using such important gifts of nature in a careless manner. The available land is not only for our use, it is our duty to leave the earth a better place for future generation as well. So हमने notice किया है कि इतने सारे land forms है, फिर भी क्या आपको लगता है कि are we using them in a right way? क्या हम उसका सही इस्तेमाल करें? आपको नहीं लगता कि जो fertile lands है उसको भी लोग निकाल रहे हैं, they are selling it off और वहाँ पे बड़ी बड़ी buildings आ रही है. सो बच्चों सोचो, अगर फर्टाइल लैंड पे जहाँ पे फार्मिंग होनी चाहिए वहाँ पे बिल्डिंग्स आ जाए तो फार्मिंग कहाँ होगी? क्या आपको लगता है कि अगर हमारे पास खाना ही नहीं होगा, फार्मिंग से हमें क्या मिलता है? वी गेट फूड, ओके, वी गेट फूड ग्रेन्स एंड सो मेनी थिंग्स, फूड आइटम्स जो विच इज़ वेरी एसेंशियल फॉर आवर सर्वाइवल, है ना? तो अगर फार्मिंग के लैंड पे बिल्डिंग्स आ रही हो, रोड्स बांधे जा रहे हो, ब्रिजेस बन रहे, तो फिर फार्मिंग कहाँ होगी? सो वी आर मेकिंग रॉन्ग यूज ऑफ दीज फर्टाइल लैंड्स, ओके, एंड वी आर डिस्ट्रॉइंग देम. हम गार्बेज फेंक रहे, हम गंदगी फैला रहे, पानी को गंदा करे. सो हमें अपना जो नेचर है, जो हमें भगवान की देन मिली है नेचर के हिसाब से, वी शुड ऑलवेज रिस्पेक्ट इट, ओके, विच वी डोंट डू. हम अपने नेचर को रिस्पेक्ट नहीं करते, इसके लिए तो हम उसको गंदा करें. दिन ब दिन पोल्यूशन बढ़ता जा रहा है. सो वी हैव टू इंश्योर कि हम इन सारे जो नेचुरल गिफ्ट्स है, जैसे माउंटेन्स हो, प्लेन्स हो, प्लेट्यूज हो, डेजर्ट्स हो, वी नीड टू प्रिजर्व देम, ओके. वी शुड नॉट डिस्ट्रॉय देम एंड वी शुड see to it that it is kept neat and clean, okay. So the available land जो है, it is not only for our use, okay. So it is our duty to leave the earth a better place for our future generation as well. क्योंकि आने वाली generation को अगर यही गंदगी मिलेगी तो that means we have destroyed the nature and we are not giving something nice to our future generation. इसके लिए हमें उसको प्रिजर्व करना है और उसका सही इस्तेमाल करना है. Alright? So children, let's do a concept map and see what we've learned in this chapter. Landforms and life. Okay? Mountains. What is a mountain? Mountain is a natural elevation from the earth's surface rising more than 600 meters above the sea level. So mountain एक natural elevation है, okay, above the sea level. So 600 मीटर के ऊपर above the sea level are the mountains, okay. High altitude mountains experience cold and harsh climate, and low altitude mountains, they have warm climate, okay. So main occupation of the people is herding, okay, sheep rearing, herding, ये main occupation. Terrace farming and tourism is also a source of income, okay. Now plateaus. Plateaus are what? They are highlands, okay, with broad and one or less flat surface. Deccan Plateau of India is well drained. It has numerous rivers. It experiences tropical, subtropical and temperate type of climate. Agriculture is the main occupation of the people. Okay, now plains. What is a plain? It's a level surface of land at a low elevation from the sea. Okay, so it is at a low elevation from sea. तो sea के नज़दीक होता है, sea से थोड़ा ऊपर होता है. Okay, India has Indo-Gangetic Plain. The people of the Indo-Gangetic Plain experience tropical to subtropical climate, and agriculture is the backbone of the plains. Alright, now देखते हैं कि हम इस चैप्टर में हमने कौन से नए वर्ड सीखे थ्रू ग्लॉसरी. रेंज. रेंज मीन्स माउंटेन अरेंज टुगेदर. जब माउंटेन्स एक साथ में अरेंज किए जाते हैं वो बन जाता है माउंटेन रेंज. हॉस्ट मीन्स द अपर ब्लॉक ऑफ अ माउंटेन. माउंटेन का ऊपर वाला जो ब्लॉक होता है उसको कहते हैं हॉस्ट. Erosion means wearing down of land due to wind, water and other agents. Glacier is permanently frozen river of ice in the mountain. So it's like a river of ice जो mountains में होती है. Mosses, they are small green plants which do not have flowers or true roots. Lichens, they are plant-like organism that generally clings or to the rocks, walls or trees. Landslide, a sudden collapse of earth's surface or rock. Cloudburst is a sudden violent rainstorm. Okay, जो रेन स्टॉर्म आता है मतलब सडनली कहते हैं ना क्लाउड बर्स्ट हो गया. सो दैट इज लाइक अ वायलेंट रेन स्टॉर्म. ओके, now let's do the exercises. Okay, darken the correct circle in the OMR sheet. Mount Fujiyama is an example of block mountain, fold mountain, volcanic mountain. It is volcanic mountain. Which of the following comprise of mountain flora? Pines, deodar, firs, all of these, it is all of these. The next one, the Himalayas were formed due to faulting, which is different from the rest of the three mountains. Himalayas, Rockies and Andes are same, Kilimanjaro is different. Which is an example of block mountains? Alps. Okay, now fill in the blanks. Alps are the block mountains. The plains are the most thickly populated areas. The plateaus are also called tablelands. Mountains at the high altitude have cold climate. Dash type of trees are found on mountainous slopes. They are the conifers. Okay. Match the following. Himalayas are fold mountain. Gobi Desert is a hot desert. Black Forest is volcanic mountain, and Mount Kilimanjaro is block mountain. Okay, true or false? The Vosges mountain is a fold mountain. True. There is no use of plateaus as they are tablelands. No, it can be used as well. False. Mostly plains are made by the deposition of sediments. True. The available land is only for our use. False. It is for everybody's use. Okay, for our future generation as well. The Rockies are located in Australia. True. Now, short answer and long answer you need to आपको chapter पढ़ना है और उसका answers देना है. Okay. Give reason also. आपको इन questions के reasons देने हैं. Okay, in detail. So, if you read the chapter, you will easily find the answers. Alright. Assertion reason based questions, you need to answer them. Enhancing skills में HOTS में आपको इन questions के जवाब देने, जैसे कि peasants, how are the peasants affected by the agrarian policies of the British? फिर Indigo rebellion के बाद in Bengal, the site of indigo plantation was changed to Bihar. Do you think it helped in solving the problem? So आपको ये find out करना है और उसके जवाब देने. Okay, now picture study में आपको इस picture को observe करना है और उससे related जो questions पूछे उसके जवाब देने. Map skills, on the outline map of India, you have to shade the following regions with colors. Okay, जो colors mention किए उन colors से उन regions को shade करना है. Project में you have to collect the information from sources like magazines, newspaper and internet, and आपको Northern Mountains पे एक project बनाना है, उसके pictures भी लगाने. Skill development activities में cross connect. We know that the camel is the ship of the desert. Yak also plays a similar role in the mountain. Okay, तो ऐसे जो particular landform से related animals है, okay, उन specific animals के बारे में आपको लिखना है. Okay, and find out करना है. Life skills में due to urbanization and industrialization, the forests are cut recklessly from the mountains, which gives rise to problems of mud flow and landslides. Suggest some measures to control them with their possible consequences. So आपको बताना है कि urbanization की वजह से, industrialization की वजह से जो mountains को cut किया जा रहा है, okay, development के नाम पे, उसकी वजह से mud flow हो रहा है, landslides हो रहे. So हम क्या कर सकते कि इनको हम रोक पाए. Alright, so children, before you get on to the projects, आपको पता है आपको क्या करना है. हमने जो अलग अलग लैंड फॉर्म्स के बारे में पढ़ा है, आपको उनके बारे में रीड करना है, पूरा चैप्टर अच्छे से पढ़ना है. यू नीड टू कंप्लीट ऑल द एक्सरसाइजेस. जो भी एक्सरसाइजेस है इनकम्प्लीट है उनको कंप्लीट करने हैं, एंड देन यू कैन गेट ऑन टू द एक्टिविटीज एंड द प्रोजेक्ट्स. Alright, get going.